Hello, everybody. Grady Polson here, Family First Life America. I'm very excited to have our guest on with us today, Miss Amy Jorgensen. She's been not new to the industry,
correct,
but new to FFL 14 days, 2 weeks. She's been with us, has submitted nearly $25,000. And you might go, oh, how many big policies she got? Well, no, she's got 17 applications, 17 apps, nearly 25,000 submitted in 2 weeks. And we're going to meet her and talk to her about her choice to join FFL, her background, her new lead strategy. And we're going to actually learn some in-home from her as well, because someone who's been with the industry as long as she has, but is finally now, and I'm not going to speak for her, but turned the corner into being an elite producer with FFL. She knows stuff that I don't know. She knows stuff that you don't know. So let's get excited today about learning from Amy. And without further ado, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me here.
Happy to have you here.
Yes.
Happy to have you here. So as we said, as I just clarified, you're new to us, not 100% new to the industry, but is your success now with us better than it had been in the previous places you were at?
Yes.
Okay. That was a loaded question.
Short answer. Yes.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk less, and I want you to kind of just say hi to everybody. Let's hear some background beyond you. And
so before becoming an insurance agent, I was an educator. I was a teacher for 10 years, then a principal for 10 years. So 20 years in education, 3 college degrees, leadership, all of that. About 5 years in this industry, though, with my practice company. Had some success, rose to, vice president, and had a team and was working away. However, I was looking around, and Julius, so I'm so thankful that I had stayed in touch with Julius, and I'm here now because of him, because we worked together in the practice company. So Julius, I picked his brain. I put myself in a position to think, okay, this is a different experience. It's going to be, I was very inspired by all of the content you guys have online. You can't deny that. Like, okay, they're doing it. I want to know what people are doing that are having the kind of success I saw. So I just said to Julius, okay, just treat me like I know nothing, because I don't. And I just want to know what it is you do. And I'm going to be coachable. Tell me what it is I need to do, and I'm going to do it. So number one was, I have this issue with thinking too much. And
Sure.
So like that was number one. I can't think about this. I see the success people are having. What are they doing? And just take the action. So I tried to put myself in that role, just being coachable from the get-go. And Julius was very, always helpful. Like anytime I called or whatever, what I need to do. And that is, I got to have the leads. I can't take any action if I don't have leads. I can't make phone calls. I can't go see people. So, and then there's so many people online. I can't even remember who said it, but somebody said, just bet on yourself, invest in yourself. I think you said, multiple people said it in different ways. I said, okay. So fortunately, I've been a saver, and, I've been working hard. So I was able to come in, buy a bunch of leads, and start working them.
I love it. I love that you said we have a lot of content. And so it's kind of funny. It's like haters say they're actors, right? They're making it up, right? And someone with faith and belief who's got stress, pain, and wants change goes, maybe this is my chance, right? And that's where I think that you sound like you're living. You're like, this could be my chance to take this skill set I have and this license I have and use it for, financial validation.
Yeah. Well, obviously having been an educator, I always want to help people, and I want to help my own family. I want to be an example for my kids. I have a 21-year-old son and a 17-year-old daughter. She's about to graduate high school. Her friends, she told me this recently, I hope she's watching, but her friends want to be me when they grow up because I'm this successful businesswoman. Well, they saw the success in the practice company, but it's nothing compared to what I'm seeing possible here. Not possible, probable.
Yeah.
Probable with the tools. Anybody can do this if they just do it and not think about it, because I think we've all probably had, I'll speak for myself, analysis paralysis. Sit here and think about, should I spend this money on the leads? Well, if I don't, what's that going to look like? Okay, quit thinking and do. So, I wanted to be a good example for them. And it's just been so rewarding to go out and meet all these families that have asked for help, rather than trying to go out and convince somebody they need this. That's a paradigm shift for me, because my job in my practice company was to create the need, not have the need come to me through the leads. And that's, obviously I've done more in these first 2 weeks than I did on a typical month in the practice company.
Are you happy?
I tell Julius, I say, I'm sorry, I'm just so excited. I get giddy. It's like, okay, yes, I had my Celsius drink, and I know you're a fan.
Big
So
fan.
got to have my Celsius drink in the morning, get me going. But sometimes it comes out a little bit and spastic when I'm calling him. I'm so excited to be going and sitting with 8 families a day. Like, that's incredible.
Right. That's it. I mean, you look at it. I mean, you sell cars, sell homes, sell roofs, sell solar, whatever you're selling. If you don't have buyers or potential buyers or leads, you're out of business. You don't have, you're a knowledgeable potential salesperson. Here, you're an actual active field underwriter going out there and protecting families that requested coverage that you talked to yesterday that want to meet with you today.
Yep. They say knowledge is power. I would tweak that a bit. Knowledge isn't power if you don't do anything with it. It's the action that's the power. So yeah, I could have my license and all of this, but if I don't have anybody to go and share that with, it's a dead business. So excited to be here.
I love it. So this is a marginal loaded question, but I'm going to ask it. So background educator, mother, has an insurance license. What, and you shared some of it, but I'm more looking for just a few specifics. What did you specifically see within FFL that kind of, because you were making money where you were, right? You're making money. What did you see specifically here that kind of gave you belief to move?
I like the transparency of being online. So just, this is what we do. This is how, that's freeing. That was one. And then just all the examples of success, people from totally different backgrounds, different educational level. It doesn't matter here, because the system that you guys have in place, the leads, the scripts, all of those resources, if somebody comes in here, whether they're college educated, high school, maybe GED, doesn't matter here. I want to give that opportunity as I start building an agency here to others, because if you have all those examples of success, it's very easy for someone to have belief, at least enough belief to get started, and then they start having success. So I want to be able to give that to other people, not just the clients. I was a coach, I was an educator, I mentored many teachers. I also want to do that here.
I love that. That's true. If you, anyone whom you could possibly want to recruit or hire, introduce FFL will go, I trust you because you sell a lot, which is what we do here. We don't just, how many videos did you watch today? Like, that's not the business. Oh, you watched 17 videos today? I mean, how much money did you make? You didn't make any money because you didn't do the action. Amy's going out there making it happen, doing the action of protecting families, which makes her pretty well qualified to teach others how to do it. So
can't teach if you haven't done it yourself.
Amen. So, okay. So one of the big factors while you're here is leads. I'd love it if you talk about the types of leads you're using, your experience with it, because you came from an environment that was not lead based. It was referral based. It was generate the business.
Yep.
What's your experience with it, and what are you running right now to hit the production levels you're hitting?
Well, I decided, since I didn't know anything about anything when it came to leads, I'm going to try it all and see what I like, what happens. So I just kind of took that. I'm not going to have any expectations. I'm just going to get the leads and work them. And so I've used Happy Agent leads for final expense, CRM leads. Man, there's some gold in there. Mortgage protection, instant internet leads, using the WorkSpots.
Yeah,
I
like
used
that.
WorkSpots
Isn't that cool?
discount last week. Yeah.
What are they doing? Like, the leads are already great. They're already great priced, and then they're like, "Here, we're going to incentivize you even more."
I've also I've been studying, like, what are people doing? So I wanted to make sure I had leads coming every month, every week. So I started getting some mailers out, investing for leads that haven't even come yet. That in some different counties, and, not limiting myself just here in Maricopa was a big deal. I've got 19 active licenses, I think. So I've also bought leads in other states to try where there's a, great need. I've taken travel trips, around the state, which is exciting. And I love to drive my new car. So it's like, I'm going to go see some people.
What'd you get?
BMW.
Hey, that's what's fun about this business, is you can reward yourself a little tiny reward, but then drive around in a trophy that you've earned.
And well, it makes driving to those appointments very comfortable. Open now that the temperature is going down, open up the moon roof.
Hey, congratulations, Amy. So, okay. So you are, figuring it out here as you go along here. But one of the things I think you've had figured out for some time is how to present I would love it if you would share with all of us maybe what your in-home is like, because to come in here on a leads-based platform with no simplified issued experience. I mean, it was a lot of IULs and annuities, which you're going to turn on here too, which we're excited about. I mean, there's no doubt you'll hit Hall of Fame next year with that having in your back pocket. But simplified issued presentation, the way our lead model works, taking care of the masses, which is just 100 million people live in the demographic which our products can satisfy, right? You start making a little bit of money, everyone wants to help you, right? Morgan Stanley, Edward Jones, all these big, brokerage houses say, hey, why don't you put your money over here? Why don't you put your money over here? But how about we take care of, the middle American market, who's the ones who would be impacted the most if God forbid something did happen to the breadwinner in that household. So what's then that transition like for you? And I'd love it if you just take it away and just kind of do your in-home. What's your process from car to quote?
Okay. So one of the things I was really excited about is not having a hour and a half PowerPoint presentation.
Okay.
So I want it to be about what's important to them. So really the transition was pretty easy because I'd have conversations while I was presenting, but it just made it super long, it's kind of like I was back teaching 7th grade English and, they get kind of nodding off on me. So that was number one, refreshing, just to go in and have a conversation with them about what's important to them. So from the car, pull up, of course, the prep on the phone, where to park, all of those things. So they picture me coming, pick that one up on some of the videos. And of course I have my badge,
nice.
I want to make sure they know I am who I am. So the posture, I think you have to have in confidence in anything you do. Just going up to that door, they're expecting me. I don't feel like I have to tippy toe up there. Oh, is this going to be okay that I'm here? So they're expecting me. So I have that confidence walking up to the door, knock, ring the doorbell. Sometimes they're not home. Sometimes I use the little sticky notes. I got some callbacks on that. That's a nice. Great tool. So make sure you have those sticky notes for delivery that they missed. So when I go into the house, I just want to make sure, I take control from the get-go to, hey, let's go over and sit at the table. I don't do the shoe thing. I don't know if other ladies, I'd love to talk to some of the other ladies about that, because bare feet in somebody's home, that's a little different.
Hey, it's more,
anyway.
I agree. I never took mine off. I was like, I'm going to wear my shoes. All right. If you have your shoes on, I'm going to keep my shoes on. Looks like it's tile. I'm going to be fine.
Yeah. I don't know.
Unless they have a fur. I didn't step on their fur rug, but I would just,
be careful with, meeting lots of dogs too. That's great. Anyway, the dogs always love me. So, anyway, I digress. Okay. So going in, sitting down at the table, I just go right into why am I there? And just have a conversation. I feel like leading with empathy is something, as a principal, I had to deliver some news that parents didn't always want to hear and things like that. So there has that background practice of just thinking with them. So why am I here? Who are we protecting? When you filled out this form, and when I go into the house, I'm going to have, my lead and all that.
Sure.
So
you print it out.
When I go into the house, what prompted you to fill this out? Why am I here? Who are you thinking about? Who are we protecting? What does that look like? And so I just let them start talking. And as they're talking, I'm gathering that information. What makes this important to them? Or what is the need that I can fill? I'm just there to serve them, not convince them that they need something else. Just what do they need? So after I get kind of that, I just then, tell them why, who I am. I go into more than I might do it in the wrong order, but this is what I've been doing.
Hey, do it.
I have my state license.
Okay.
I tell them, hey, this is me. I'm a licensed broker here in the state of Arizona. And then I work with, 20 plus providers, A-rated companies or top rated companies in the country, that I don't work for them. I work for you. And they all smile at that because I'm here to work for you, like what you need. Then I just start going into, I ask them if they have any questions before I get started. And I tell them, well, I'm going to go through some financial questions, some health questions, see what you may be eligible for. And then I go through the medical. Boy, there was my learning curve.
Yeah.
What is this? I knew metformin, but I ask them to spell it.
You become a pharmacist. There's a lot.
So usually, do you got a usually when they start going, do you have a list?
You've been using the underwriting genies?
I have a little bit.
Okay. They're pretty smart. They can help you out.
I bug Julius a lot.
Bug him. But he likes it.
He does.
We should all bug Julius. We'll put his phone number on the bottom below. Someone drop his phone number. He'll help with all in-home help channel.
The thing is, he always can respond. It's amazing. first question is, are you an in-home? I'm an in-home. So, and then I'll be quick. But those medications, when they bring out the Tupperware, I don't Tupperware, I'm aging myself here, but all the
No,
bottles,
yeah.
and then I'm looking at the bottles, writing them down and just, getting to figure out what their, what their
they've got
medical
going on.
Mhm. Then of course I do the financial, what they're making and all of that. And then I have I'm starting to use this so I can wean off of relying on Julius every appointment, but I printed out
The cheat sheet.
and I'm 2 weeks in, I'm like, oh, okay, you've got that. I know I'm going to go this way, AMM. Oh, that's got to be return of premium because, different things,
Yeah.
whatever, what's going on with them. And it's so fun because then as I'm working on this, that's where I then start to get more of a relationship because I'm all business,
Mhm.
when I go in the door, but I think it's the way you carry yourself and that you're really interested in them at the beginning, that you don't have to put on a big show
Correct.
or, hey, be my buddy. They don't want you to be
They
your
see
buddy. They
you
want you to be a
working for
professional.
them. They see you.
Absolutely.
I'm working for you. I'm trying to find a solution for you. I'm
Mhm.
a professional. I have these things, but
Mhm.
we're trying. I can't guarantee you anything at this point.
Right.
I don't get to decide if you get to be approved. A question:
Yeah.
How many appointments have you sat on in G Ballpark?
Trying to think, probably 30 to 35.
30 to 35. Closed 17.
Mhm.
So any new person who's watching this right now, this can be you with just time and commitment and lead purchases and nearly $25,000 2 weeks later, because she was a product of the system and calling her upline and believing and got, there's a special power you get when you buy the shirt and get the lanyard and you walk, dude, it's natural credibility. You walk in,
Yeah.
credibility sheet, everything matches, client's tension and disbelief that you're someone that can help them goes to the floor when you match.
That is such a good point because, we've in the industry, there's have the suit and tie, have be decked out, right? I really am enjoying the jeans and the polo or the
Yeah.
FFL gear. I think it makes, for me, I feel like it makes me very relatable to them because this
Mhm.
is middle America.
Correct.
And I don't want to go in there and they're looking at me like, oh, we're not the same.
Mhm.
So it gives you, I'm just a girl who's got a job to do and I'm here to help you. So I think that's a big thing. And once I go through the medical, should I go back on?
Yes, please.
Okay. So once I find out what it is, somewhere in there, and I don't do it in the same order yet. I'm still learning. We're gonna fill out an application. I find the right thing that you may be eligible for. Make sure it's comfortable, affordable for you. I'm going to be helping you fill out that application today. Don't shy away from that. And I think as a new person, maybe if I hadn't had the previous experiences I have, that might be a little. I don't know. People might get nervous about that. You can't, because that's what you're there to do. No application goes in, no coverage happens.
Correct.
We all know. So anyway, so once I find that out, what it is, I just write down the top down 3 choices. Which one is affordable, comfortable for you? And I shut up. I don't talk. If you talk, you lose. The first person who loses in that situation is the other person.
Yeah.
And really the client's going to win if they
Yes.
pick that, and then we go forward with the application. Then we do the application, and
How do you close the appointment? Like when you're getting up, packing your bag, anything you say when you're leaving?
yeah, basically I let them know what the next step is in the process. Of course I didn't make the decision. The company's going to make the decision. As soon as I know, I'm going to give you a call. Could be 24 hours, could be a week. I just give them a window. I don't nail it down because I don't know. Sometimes if it's going into underwriting, it might take a little bit. But if it's an instant, I know I can call them the next day and let them know. Then when I let them know, I let them know what the process is. I also have added a couple of things like, I'm going to help you when something, when a claim needs to be made or something, who am I going to need to contact? So I've been using this. I love the resources online. You dig around in there.
Tell people what that is.
So this is the Emergency Response Network. Basically, you have them fill that out with all the people that are close to them and people that are going to need to know what to do and who to call when something happens. So that's been a great tool because I want to be their life insurance agent for life. I want to be their gal to see them through whatever their needs are. And so that's a cool tool. And then also the discount card for prescriptions. Had a gentleman who was talking about just how expensive his prescriptions were as we were going through. He got approved today. So I got that
It's the
notice.
best.
And that was from going up to Prescott Valley on today. Today's Thursday, right? Tuesday. So he's super excited, and I'm sending him the discount card for prescriptions. Like anything you can add a value, they're going to remember you. So, another agent ends up calling them or something like, oh, I'm good. Amy's got me. That's what I want them to feel. So I always make sure when I'm leaving that I let them know what to expect to call me or a call from me. I make sure they have my contact information, my business card and all that. And then I'm going to be following up with them. And it's usually a hug or handshake or high five, whatever. Not really high five, but usually a hug or a handshake as I'm leaving. And I just let them know I'm here to help them. If you have any questions or anything.
How confident are you now versus appointment one? Obviously, I mean,
appointment one. Who was that?
I mean, how's your confidence level right now?
It's over the moon. I don't. It's like this is going to make such. I don't get emotional about this. It's going to make such a difference for my kids. My daughter wants to be a doctor. I don't want her to have student loans like I did after going to college for my life, becoming a principal. My confidence is I now have, I've found a vehicle that's going to take me to the level that I can provide for them that I didn't have. I wasn't happening before. So this gives me that hope that I can help a lot of people in the field, my clients, and I'm excited to start building an agency here.
I love it. I love it, Amy. You are, I mean, it's like the big dude made you suffer for 5 years and taught you a bunch of skills, taught you what you didn't, what lessons, what you wanted, what you didn't want it. And all of a sudden Julius shows it. What did he post something or what did he?
Well, it's like having conversations, like he'd say, oh, and I found out what he made last year during COVID. And I looked at what I made. I was like, well, I need to maybe listen to him a little bit.
If he made that, what could I make?
Did you hear our conversation? No, I'm just kidding.
I love it.
Julius is fun.
He is. He's a top producer in the entire company, top 20, top 30 producer in the whole company. So, Amy, you are, I'm cheering you on. I love to see how far you've come in 35 appointments, how much you've made in 17 applications, and what you're going to do here on through the end of the year. Any final thoughts, goals, ideas, anything you want to challenge any agents out there who are on the fence of following in your footsteps?
Always reach out. If you're struggling, don't sit there and think about it. That's not going to help anybody if you just sit there and think about it. So believe in yourself and reach out and get the help. This is different than being an employee. You have to be a self-starter, but you're not alone. So you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself here. Look at all the examples of success. So I just say, just reach out to people. You're not in it alone. That's all.
Agreed. Amy, thank you so much for coming on. Everyone drop an AJ in the comments below to show Amy some love, and let's cheer her on as she continues to have success here at FFL. Can't wait to revisit this in a few months and see how far you've gone.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you, Amy.